I still think one of my favorite Candace Owens stories happens to be the one that she made over the weekend with no evidence whatsoever, claiming that France and Israel had teamed up together and hired some assassins the tune of $1.5 million, and they put out a hit on Candace Owens. Meanwhile, she attended Dollywood, close to her home in Nashville, Tennessee, I believe it is. So she wasn't really that afraid or that much in hiding at all. France and Israel are apparently after her, and she decides to go outside of her home. She stops the show for a week and alludes to, I'm in hiding, but everyone's going, oh, but it's Thanksgiving weekend, duh. But, Candace Owens and her shtick and, alluding to certain things, you sort of like have to try and figure it out, right? But she's not hard to figure out, just so you're aware. But I still think my favorite story is her claiming that she wrote to the FBI. She wrote to the White House. She didn't get a response from either of them. She was not happy about that at all. And well, ladies and gentlemen, remember how she was saying all those things like it's real, like it's gospel? Well, turns out that when asked, Cam Higby, who, by the way, Candace Owens seemed to think that he's a Zionist, so that's her answer now to everything. So if a Zionist asks a Pentagon press secretary, Kingsley, about, hey, do you have any information? The question, because he's a Zionist, completely cancels out the response. How about that? Like, the question is null and void. So is the response. Now the thing is, didn't Candace want a response? She didn't get one. So she was angry about that. Now that she got a response from the press secretary in the Pentagon, ladies and gentlemen, that she hasn't got any such information that Candace Owens has been claiming. Oh dear, Candace Owens, your lie. It's not really working, is it? You're being exposed. And well, ladies and gentlemen, she was not happy about that. So have a watch of the reaction from good old Candy Owens. Have a watch of this. Hey everyone, real quick, I just want to let you all know of my brand new business called Kept Natural and my first ever product, Kept Naturals After Sun Care Gel. Is available right now. The link is available in the show description. It's a brand new, first of its kind, all natural and organic After Sun Care Gel. You can use it before, during, and after, and it helps assist your skin in feeling the best it's ever been. And also when it comes to being in the sun or even just having dry skin, this is the product that you need and want. Believe you me, I developed it for people that are struggling with their skincare or just need an added boost of their skincare. And I also designed it specifically to help you guys feel absolutely incredible. Your skin will love you. So get it right now. Link is available in the show description. For the first 20 people that get their hands on this, shipping is free. It's for Australia only. I have to preface this by saying that Australia only at this time. And then hopefully it'll become international. So why wait, my friends? Get yours right now.
Morning, sharing news that another Zionist influencer named Cam Higby, who has also now been credentialed by the Pentagon, decided to ask the perhaps billion-dollar question to the Pentagon's press secretary, a young woman named Kingsley Wilson, about the foreign angle of Charlie's assassination. Now, I obviously reported that the French Foreign Legion were apparently on the ground on the day of Charlie Kirk's assassination. So here is Cam Higby, who I guess is playing dress up as a reporter, asking the Pentagon's press secretary a question about the most viral story for about a week pertaining to France's participation in the biggest political assassination that has taken place since JFK, I would say. I think that's fair. Here's our new press corps, guys. Take a listen to, actually first, let's focus in on Cam Higby's question. The way he asks it is, I think, worthy of highlighting. Take a listen.
Absolutely. I'm Kingsley Wilson. I'm the press secretary here at the Pentagon. We're in the Pentagon briefing room, and it's been fantastic. Get to come to the Pentagon every day, and now you all do it as well.
Yeah. So this is my first question, and don't laugh. Does the DOW have any evidence at all of a French military plot to assassinate Candace Owens?
Okay, here's my first question. Don't laugh. It's like two girls getting their nails done. Okay, let me ask. We're like a sleepover. Okay. I have something to tell you. Don't laugh. Is this supposed to make us think that this is not propaganda? Are we going, this is cool? Is this the new strategy? All the cool kids don't even ask the feds questions. All the cool kids just get in line and do whatever they say. All the cool kids just think it's beyond crazy to consider that the state would assassinate people, even though that's what we do. That's what the CIA does. We just murder people around the world. But that's crazy talk. And so they're going to make it's like too cool to even answer. Take it away, Kingsley.
That is an interesting question. Not that I'm aware of, but, interesting question. I can try to find out and maybe let you know. I think that might be more of a law enforcement matter, though.
No, I think actually the Department of Defense, this would be a good matter for you guys to take up of whether or not foreign governments are plotting assassinations of American citizens. Feels like this might be the right department to me, and I'm not laughing. So when I say to you guys, when I stress to you guys that you should not be signing up for war, you should not be signing up for the military, you should not get involved in this obvious war that they are planning that's coming soon. This exact moment between these two people is what I'm referring to. It's like a rare glimpse into the elitist perspective of our government. Like our job, I guess, is to work and to deposit money so that they can build themselves complexes like the Pentagon, which is a 6.5 million square foot residence office building, okay? It is the second largest office building in the world. 6.5 million square feet.
Let's address the first claim that Candace Owens was making here. She was saying that the French Foreign Legion were on the ground. They were on the ground in Utah at the time of Charlie Kirk's assassination. That was her claim, right? But that was not what Cam Higbee asked the reporter. Cam asked the reporter, and by the way, Candace Owens is going, he's masquerading as some kind of reporter. Well, if that's the case, Candace, what the hell are you doing? You're in your bloody basement for all we know. What the hell are you doing? At least he's at the Pentagon. At least he's asking a legitimate question, according to you, at one stage. The most viral story. At least he's asking the question, but it's the way he asked it. Please don't laugh at this. You know why he said that? Because it's so outrageous of a question. Why did he even need to ask it? At least he asked it first and foremost, but you're not happy with that because you're being mocked. That's exactly what this is about. You know exactly what he's doing. He asked the question, in a sense, to get a response, obviously a legitimate response. Hey, what do you think about this? But he knew there is no evidence at all, because if there was, even real investigative journalists would have found the evidence that Candace Owens supposedly cited. After all, it is the number one story, according to Candace, the number one story over the weekend that no one seemed to have any evidence to come up with. I mean, the internet is a pretty big place. There's lots of people that support Candace. There's lots of people that don't like Candace, and no one could find nothing. How about that? And then she comes out on Monday or Tuesday for me, Monday for you guys, and says that if you guys thought that she was just making it up, you've got to wake up, guys. You've got to wake up and smell the roses like she has. I think she's smelling a lot more than just roses, to be honest with you. But still, for those of you that thought she was just crazy, guess what? You're really the crazy one. Isn't that what a gaslighter does? Like, you are making a crazy, outlandish claim. and providing no evidence, that no one was able to find a shred of evidence either. They were just going, oh, it's plausible. It's plausible this could have happened. And even you, Candace Owens, the arbiter of truth, had nothing either. So forgive me for going, well, Cam Higby, I don't care if you claim he's a Zionist or not. That does not negate or degrade in any kind of way, shape, or form the question he asked, because the answer is quite telling, isn't it, Candace? They don't know anything because there is nothing to know, is there? I'm not laughing, guys. I'm not laughing because a foreign government tried to kill me. They hired, you seem like the Joker, man. That's something that a Joker would do, wouldn't it? Like, you're that psychotic. Mocking the question because you're angry that he's mocking you because you are actually insane, woman. Oh, we're crazy to think that foreign governments don't go out of their way to kill people. Foreign dignitaries and politicians, not mummies in their basements, spouting nonsense and lies that I don't think they care at all about, to be honest. I don't think they care about your so-called investigation into who killed Charlie Kirk or whether or not Brigitte Macron has a V or a D. I don't think they think, oh, you know what? We're going to spend $1.5 million to take her out, guys. I think they're just going to go, let her be crazy, man. She's wild. She's outlandish. Let her be provocative. Let her be a conspiracy theorist. Let her even come up with the outlandish claim. Because the moment we give her oxygen, that's it. We're not going to give her any oxygen anymore. And the only person that I've seen that has asked any reporter that is relatively high up, and this reporter, the press secretary of the Pentagon, for goodness sake, is pretty high up. She would know stuff, especially when it's the press. She doesn't even know. Oh, I can find out for you and let you know. But Candace, that's not good enough because you know what? We can't trust the government, but I'll run to the government if there is supposedly a threat against me. Because yes, we can't trust the government only when the government is useful for my needs. But when they say nothing and they don't give me what I want, I chuck a tantrum like I'm a 2-year-old bloody child. It's exactly what you're doing. You're chucking a tantrum, woman. You've got nothing. You've never had anything. So shut the hell up and do us all the favor of just shutting up for once. Go and investigate something else. Just stop making everything about you, woman. You're insatiable. You really are. You're just an insatiable dingbat. Now, anyway, I want to show you guys this in closing. She didn't like how Turning Point USA was saying, I kind of mentioned this in the last video that I made, but she didn't like how Turning Point USA was saying that she was profiting off of Charlie Kirk's death. Have a watch of this.
She's using these falsehoods to enrich herself while dividing the conservative movement at an absolutely critical time for this country.
I have to applaud that audacity. I have to applaud it. You do. You have to applaud it. These, excuse me here, but like, I'm trying not to swear. These men, okay, this company, these amazing lads over here have the audacity to accuse me of enriching myself when they were out there selling T-shirts, okay, of what Charlie died in to enrich themselves. Were they giving those T-shirts away for free at the Staples Centers? No, they were selling kit of what Charlie died in to the tune of $80 million plus that they made in the first 3 weeks, okay? They made their entire budget for the year in the first couple of weeks following Charlie's assassination. And they are attacking me with zero proof that I've made a single dollar off of Charlie's assassination. I did not sell a cup. I did not sell a mug. Okay. All I did was do what I already do for a living. Okay. I podcast and I investigate things. I investigate things that I feel passionate about. Sometimes it's Kamala's genealogy when she's saying she wants to be the president and things aren't making sense and I sense that she is lying. Sometimes it's Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds when they tried to destroy a man's life who's not even on my quote unquote political team. Sometimes it's Brigitte and why we are colluding with nations to cover the obvious fact that Brigitte was born a male. And this time it's personal and it's you. Do you want to know what all of these investigations have in common? Liars who lie and think that the public is too stupid to see through their lies. That is how we got into this. Okay? I did not sell anything. You did that. You guys did that. You guys continued to do that. You guys wanted to just move on and to grift off of Charlie's legacy. I dedicated myself to figuring out who murdered.
Yeah, I investigate things. I report on things. I didn't do anything differently. That's the lie, isn't it? That's the lie. I didn't do anything differently, but you did. You investigated. You made accusations about Charlie Kirk, his closest friends, family, all in the name of being his friend. And you're angry. The Turning Point had the courage to actually call it out and say, you've enriched yourself, because that's exactly what you've done. It hasn't helped. It hasn't solved Charlie's murder. It hasn't furthered the conversation in a positive manner, has it, Candace? Although you think that it has, but it's done no such thing. It's done nothing to help. It's done everything to destroy. You're hell-bent on destroying Turning Point USA. You don't care who gets in your way. You're on a mission. You've said it. You want war. You've accused Turning Point USA of betraying Charlie Kirk, except you. Because you apparently are the special one, the chosen one. And all you've done is make lots and lots of money post Charlie's death. I read an article from the Times of India. Don't know how accurate that is, so don't quote me on it. But apparently, Candace Owens' net worth in 2025 alone is reportedly $5 million. It's a lot for a podcaster in a basement. It's a hell of a lot of money to be making. And that's more than likely just through YouTube. Not her book sales, not because she has millions of downloads. And that earns a lot. Per month, you need like the millions in order to get the hundreds of thousands, which then stack up and add up to millions. And the last 2 months, almost 3, she's made bank. Oh, just doing what I usually do. Investigating. All. Oh, but because they sold Charlie Kirk's shirts that he was wearing, the Freedom shirt at his memorial, they made 80 million. Candace is a little bit jealous of that. That's wrong because they sold it. They should have given it away for free. That's not how capitalism works, you dingbat, just so you're aware. Yeah, let's give away 300-something thousand shirts for free. I don't know about you, but that's a lot of money going down the drain. But let's use that money because people wanted the shirt because it has significance. Let's use that money and put it back into what Charlie was trying to do with Turning Point. You, on the other hand, you just put it in your own coffers and haven't furthered the cause of Christ, haven't furthered anything good. Just peddle conspiracy theories. So do not tell me that you have not profited. You have not enriched yourself off of Charlie's death, because you have. And you have the audacity to accuse Turning Point USA of doing it. That is just rich, isn't it? She's truly an evil psychopath. I'll give you that much. Very, very sly. Very sly. Anyway, that's enough from me, but you guys take care, be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.